So back with some more T3C. Well, my screen seems to lag. I decided to do the cactus stages in creative now. Only because before I started recording this, I was doing the stage for about an hour and I just couldn't get it. Like, the furthest I got, was about, it was about here before I kept getting pricked to death. So yeah, it was just ridiculous and it was taking too long. I would have been on the stage forever. So yeah, that's like all I'm gonna do with creative. I'm not gonna like fly back to where I fell or anything, so you don't have to worry about that. Yeah. Okay. This kind of sucks because I'm only doing 10 frames per second right now, and I do not like that. I'm not a big fan of that. Okay. So if it has cacti, well, if it has like a long strand of cacti like this, then oh my god. Oh, it's because I'm uploading, compressing, and converting a video at the same time right now. That's probably why it's lagging. Why did I do this when I'm in the middle of a lot of things? Oh my god. Okay. I can't believe I started recording when so many things are open in my computer right now, and I'm uploading something right now, I'm compressing something right now, I'm converting something right now, and it's just, wow, I'm really stupid. Well, it's going up slowly. It's up to about 15 now. So, yeah. Now it's at 16, 15, 17. Okay, come on. I can do this. So, I watched the 2012 movie, Chronicle, with my dad, a few nights ago. And it was pretty intense. If you don't know what Chronicle is, it's a movie where these three high school boys find something that gives them extraordinary powers, like telekinesis and stuff like that. So, if you don't know what telekinesis is, it's moving things with your mind. But, so the first half of the movie is them playing with the powers. Like, they see a little girl in a store and they make the teddy bear float, and it's kind of funny. And then like they move some old lady's car from one space in the parking lot into another space, and then the old lady comes, she's like, "Here's my car." Oh, but how did it get over there? And then one of the teenagers is more interested in philosophy things, and he wants to go to Mount Everest, and the other two aren't that interested in it. So eventually the boy that's interested in it gets overrun with his powers, and he ends up in the process killing one of the other friends by, he wants to be alone, so he flies into the air during a thunderstorm, and then the friend finds him, and then he's frustrated that he came because he wants to be alone, and then he ends up striking him with lightning. So Then he just gets so fed up with himself, and his mom is sick, and he goes to get her medication one night. He goes to get her medication one night and finds out that it costs over $750. So what does he do? He's already in a bad mood, so what does he do? He just pretty much goes on a killing spree, stealing money from pretty much anyone. And like, there were these 3 street guys on a sidewalk. He dressed up in like a firefighter uniform and with a mask, and he was like, "Give me all your money." And then the street guys, obviously, oh yeah, something else that happened. He was in the talent show, and I think the first part of his act was really good, and then at the end, I think he throws up. And so the next day, the bullies are teasing him about it, of course, and he uses his powers to very disturbingly rip one of the bullies' teeth out of his mouth. It's kind of funny when you watch it, but yeah, this is very hard. It's laggy, but it's kind of funny when you watch it. But I'm sure the average girl wouldn't be too pleased. But anyways, back to the story. So he goes on this killing spree. He's trying to get as much money as he can to pay for his mom's medication, and his dad calls him an idiot. So he hurts his dad, and while he's in the killing spree, he goes to this gas station, and goes to this gas. Really? Are you serious? But he goes to the gas station, and like, he pretty much pushes the guy behind the cash register over, takes all the money from the cash register. Surprisingly, the guy has a gun, so he comes out, and the boy uses telekinesis to take the gun out of, like, rip it out of his hands, throws it onto the ground, and the gun fires into a gas pump and causes a huge explosion. The boy ends up going to the hospital, and then his dad meets him there, and the boy is unconscious, or we think he is, but the dad is. The mom ends up dying in the process, and the dad's blaming the boy because the boy hurt the dad, and the dad couldn't be there for the mom while she needed him. So he was yelling at him while he was unconscious in the hospital bed with wraps all over him and stuff like that. It's just your fault. And then when he gets a little too pushy, the boy he uses his powers to grab his father's hand and pretty much just destroys half of the hospital, puts a big hole in the freaking building, blows up that side of the hospital, and then there's a bunch of news reporters and a bunch of people around him, in the area at the moment, and then after about a couple minutes, the boy flies out with the father in his hand, dangling from his hand, and he decides to drop him. And actually, one of the other friend that didn't die, when the explosion in the hospital happened, his nose began to bleed, and he knew that meant that the other boy was in trouble. So he was lucky enough to go to the hospital, and he actually ended up catching the other boy's dad, obviously saving his life. And then I'm kind of confused. Where am I going? Oh, I got on the wrong. Okay. I don't want to. Yeah. So the boy, actually, where am I supposed to go here? I go on this guy. Oh, I know. It's kind of confusing. Stage. Okay, but back to the movie. So pretty much the boy that was hurt, pretty much just tears up the city with no regards, and like they live in Seattle, like turned off the Space Needle, and like he's just floating in midair in front of the Space Needle window, and then there are a bunch of people recording him with their iPads and iPhones and phones, and then he breaks the window and uses telekinesis to like take all of the electronic recording devices from their hands, and they're just floating in midair. There's a hospital, like the what's it called? It's not. What's it called again? Okay, I'm honestly not sure where I'm supposed to be going here. Like, okay, I can't make this from there to there. I think I'm supposed to jump onto that cactus, onto that cactus, onto that cactus, and then over here. Okay. Yeah, and then, oh yeah, what was I talking about? Yeah. Let me get back on track for a second. Yeah. Oh, I made it. Yeah. Okay, so he just tells him to stop. The other boy just tells him to stop. They're both floating in midair. The boy keeps saying, "I'm more powerful than all of you." God dang it. So pretty much the boy thinks he's the most powerful person on Earth and stuff like that. And what's it called? The troops? Not the troops. I don't like the guys with all the shields, and like they have to do with the U.S. Army, but they're not in the Army. They're not Navy, Army, Marines. They're not Border Patrol. Not Coast Guards. If I don't remember it by the end of this video, leave it in the comments. Oh my god. But they came, and eventually he's just tearing up the whole town, and the other boy is hurt. He decides to just kill him because I think that was the right thing to do. So this might be a little gruesome, but I'm gonna say it anyways. Like he's just tearing up the city. He's right next to a pole, and then the other boy uses his telekinesis to put the pole straight through his body. So, and I kept saying I think he did the right thing there, since the world probably would have been doomed. But, so, I killed him in the process. It's just about it for the movie. Yeah, it's just about it. So yeah, I don't want to miss this jump again. I don't want to miss this jump again. I don't want to miss this jump. God. Oh my god! Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and end it off here. as always, this was just, I guess, a little story. Story episode. Whenever something happens to me, I might do something like this. I don't know. But it was a fun movie to watch, and so yeah. So thanks for watching, and okay, I'm gonna end it off the next time I fall. Okay.